Hey guys, how we doing? We're back at it again. Still working on getting the clutch put in this truck. First thing we're going to do today is we're going to get this fluid hardline put back in. It runs here. Mass cylinder's over there. Runs next to this brake line, goes down here to that flex line fitting right there. This is the one I bent up custom the other day. I'm going to get that done first, so stand by. And the hard line's in. Fought me all the way, but got her done. Just a little bit of tweaking that has to be done. There's the flex line on the firewall. Green's the hard line. Runs up here. Goes on the firewall. Right there. Ducks under the booster. Comes out over here. And I think that actually looks pretty good. It's up off the body, it's not touching anything. I even got myself a vibration loop now. Not bad. By the way, when you put these fittings in, don't crank them down. You just want them until they stop and just a bit of finger pressure after that. That's all you really need. Don't put excess force on, you'll mess them up and you'll have problems like I did earlier. I just have to get up under the dash and connect that rod to the clutch pedal and do some adjustments and measurements. And that right there, boys and girls, is the clutch pedal height adjustment. You just undo that nut and screw that bolt in or out depending. Screw it in to get more pedal height. There's the floor. There's all the way up. According to what I could find out for 75 to 78, it's something like 6 1/8. Right now this is measuring just under 6 inches, so we're going to adjust it. And there we go, we got it back together. Got the rod adjusted, get the spring back on. And it's just about 1/8 to a 3/16 of an inch before it actually starts pushing the rod. That's the pedal free play. That's just to make sure that your clutch isn't engaged all the time and burn out your throwout bearing and clutch plates and all that. So it's a little critical. Here's an adjustment back here. I don't know how much you can see of that. There's a lock nut behind it. And you can turn the rod to lengthen it or shorten it. I pretty much got that on the first shot by luck. First thing that's gone right out of the box. Onward. Okie doke. Next thing, you have to forget the camera angle. I'm under the truck. It's not easy. Rear main oil seal. Now it's not leaking, but you're foolish if you get in here and take out an engine or take out a transmission or both and don't replace this while you've got easy access to it. Just silly. So you got 5 bolts here. I think they're 12 millimeter. Find out for you right quick. Yep, definitely. And you've got 2 bolts underneath on the oil pan. Just undo these 5 bolts and those 2, and this piece should come right off. And we'll get on that now. And that's what it looks like once you get the retainer out. So there's a locator sleeve here and here. End of the crankshaft looks pretty good. I can't find any ridges on it. Just gonna take a Scotch-Brite and clean this up, get it nice and shiny and smooth. Next we're gonna get the old seal out and get the new one into the retainer. Alright, so here's the retainer out and cleaned up a little bit. There's the old seal, which isn't in horrible shape. The spring's not rubbing through or anything. It's definitely a little stiff. There you go, and here's our new gasket set. It's a Felpro, part number BS40345-1. Put that up on the screen for you. It comes with the seal and 2 different gaskets, paper gaskets. This one with the extra holes in it, the 7-hole, is for 22R. Here's the 5-hole 20R gasket back there. But we're going to take and turn this over and get it out. But first, I always like to take my new seals and put them up against the old one. Check the fit. Looks good. Thickness looks right. Lip is good. It's a lot thicker than the one that's in here, so that's a good thing. I don't know if you can see that. See that difference? So we're going to flip this over and drive it out the other way. Easiest way to go. And then we'll get the other one in. I'll show you. Don't know how much you're going to be able to see, but we'll give it a shot. Get a screwdriver. Put it in there. Okay, level that out. Right through the rubber. Yeah, it's starting to come out. The bottom. You get the idea. And there we go, seals out. New one, old one, retainer. You take your rag and clean up this inside slot. Get it nice and clean for the new one to go in. And now that we've got these loose, perfect size, good to go. So you got to put this in next. Alrighty then, so we got the bore of this nice and cleaned out, and we're going to get this put in. Now, as I said before, some people advise putting grease or oil inside this and around this outside edge to make it go in easier. Yeah, it'll go in easier, but it might also come out easier. I'm not a fan of this. I want this rubber to go in dry on this metal, nice smooth metal, so it has a nice grip. And this is a pretty big seal, by the way, so you have a hard time finding a seal driver for this. Wonder of wonders, I actually found my seal driver set, but as you can see, they're all too small. So we're going to try it the old-fashioned way. Get her lined up. Try to get it even. And that's not going to work. And by the way, this flat side goes out. This groove side goes in. See if we can get started. Might be jouncing y'all a little bit. Yeah. Just hit this outside edge. There she goes. Just checking to see how even it is. Anything high spot I could go after first, like here. Don't be afraid to give it a couple whacks. Just stay on this outside edge, you'll be fine. Is that in there? No. It has to go all the way down in there. See, this is harder to do this way, but once it's in, it's in. It's not going to come out. That's almost seated. So now I take my old seal, put on top, and use that. It's going down in there. It's about flush. That's what it looks like. I'll take this out in the light and have a look at it. Hang on. And there we go. All nice and level. Ready to go back in. We're going to see if we got any RTV to put down here so we can seal up this oil gasket, which cracked a little bit because it's old. I'm not messing with that right now. Oil pan gasket. I do have one on hand, but I'd have to drain all the oil and take other stuff apart, like the excuse me, steering tie rod, and just too much. This job's been too much as it is. But there you go, oil seal in. And by the way, every factory field service manual I've ever read about replacing rear main oil seals on engines with this kind of seal, it says to pack the inside of that back lip with grease, which I have done. And that inside lip, you do need to grease or oil before you put it back on. That will help you. Stand by, more coming. Okay, we got a little ultra gray RTV silicone there and there. Get our grease going, and we're going to see if we can get this back in. I'm going to lay you on your back down here. Find a clean place for you to lay down. Boy, I do wish I had a car lift. Oh, forgot something. Gotta get the gasket on. Go over that pin, over this pin, just like that. Slide back in there. Shoot. Oh, what a pain. But it'll be worth it. So I get in position here. Come on, baby. Here we go. Yeah. I think that's got it. Put a little more sealant up in here. Yeah, it's not going to look lovely, but it'll get the job done. I'll just scrape it all off later. There we go. Nice and even. Hope you all are still there. Go. Let's see. We all are still there. That's amazing. Okay. I'll try to get this top bolt in first. Try to get it started anyway. There we go. Bottom ones. That's not in all the way. Okay. We have to tap this in a bit. There we go. Let's see. That one. Oh boy, thunder coming. May have to cut it short today. Now I'm going to go ahead and just snug these up and get the rest of them in. I'll be right back. Alrighty then, all nice in, torque down. By the way, 14 foot-pounds on these bolts, 9 foot-pounds on the oil pan bolts, and they mean 9 foot-pounds. Don't overdo it on the oil pan. You can warp this oil pan something fierce and cause yourself a leak. But there it is, down nice and snug. I'm going to try to put the pilot bearing in next, right in here. I already cleaned that out. Don't know if I can show it, but we'll try. Okay. There's the new pilot bearing that came with my clutch kit. And here's the old one. I'm going to use this as a driver. It doesn't matter which way this goes in. Front, back, doesn't matter. You'd think there'd be a chamfer on one side to kind of help you, but no. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Let me pull it back. And again, same as the seals, just try to get it even. Try not to make a mess with your new silicone. Oh goodness. Always something. And just tap the outside. Do not hit the middle. There she goes. Get it started. A little here, just a little there. Just a little bit at a time. Gotta be patient. Now, as it starts to get in there, it might take a little bit more. hammer force. Let's see. Clean up this old one. Get this on here. Otherwise, I think it's a 24mm socket that would fit over that. Move it over a little bit. Try to get this even up. And I'm still getting into the silicone, but that's okay. Change hands. Oh, goodness. Goodness me. All right. That's not working too good for me. I'm just in a really awkward angle under here. Otherwise, it does work. I'm going to finish this off and come back. Okay, there you go. You see how it's set in below the edge? Not flush, but below that. That's where it needs to be. And by the way, it's a 21mm socket, which I did happen to have. So I think we're going to get the stiffener plate on next. That's just 2 bolts. And there we go. We got our stiffener plate on. There's 2 12mm bolts. And there's 2 pins. It's a little hard to fit. Didn't want to go, but I got it. Also, fixing a storm out here. I don't know if I want to keep going or not. Flywheel would be next. Let's see. And that's all right. Looking all right, though. Well, I'll have a look at it and decide what we're going to see. I'll have a look at the sky. I'm not sure what's going on out there because I can't see from under the truck. Get all my tools together. Supplies, man. What a pain. That over here, this over there. Yep, here comes the rain. Ooh-wee. Yeah, crawl out of here with me. Could do the inchworm. There we go. Florida in June, baby. Whew. Oh, there's got a couple cranes over there. Hide under the tree. Phew. Looks like it's coming from the northwest. That's not so good. So I might have to pack this up and be done. Hang on. Yeah, folks, that's going to do it for today. That's Florida. It's pretty typical. In between noon and 4, you're going to get this. But that's okay. I don't mind taking this in bits and pieces. I got a lot done that I wanted to get done. In fact, I think that something I was dreading was the oil seal. It's getting harder for me to get back under this truck. More about that later. Look out. Here it comes. Woohoo! Yeah, I'm not going to stay out here and work with that going on. Ooh. So there we go. Get another part on this clutch project. Hope it's been some help. Hope you all are learning something. Hope it's at least entertaining somebody. I don't know. We try our best. So again, appreciate y'all stopping by. Thanks for watching. And if you subscribed, thank you, thank you, thank you. 3 times thank you. Y'all are the best. Love you to pieces. Whew. Wow. Oh, there's them birds. Scrambling. You would think a water bird wouldn't mind getting wet, but they do look miserable. Got a young one with him too. That's it. Third Thing Sword here. Until next time, over and out. Bye. Maybe I ought to go in and give them a chance to come up here. They might come up into the carport, who knows. Could be worse. You could be a bird and have to live outside. Whoop.